What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants. No hate. So, as you can see in the thumbnail, Canelo Alvarez has yet again come up with another excuse as to why he won't give David Benavides a shot. David Benavides is no longer even fighting at 168, and why Canelo feel the need to even respond to the question the way he did, I guess he feels like, these sheep out here forget what he actually have already said, and he's not concerned about contradictions. Now, for him to say the reason that he won't give David Benavides a shot is because he's very disrespectful to him and the way he went about trying to get the fight. Okay, there was a time when David Benavides was nothing but respectful to Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo's not gonna give him that shot. Okay, he's not gonna give him that shot. So that's bullshit, because he was nothing but respectful to him for a long time. His excuse went from that to he's only beat one champion. He's done nothing. He only beat one champion. The next excuse was he's not going to fight him because he doesn't want to fight another Mexican. And him being Mexican, he represents Mexico. Just to end up fighting a Mexican that nobody wanted to see him fight, but it happened anyway. Now his excuse is because he's disrespectful to him. No, the disrespect came at the fact that, man, listen, I'm fighting, I'm winning, and I've been nothing but respectful to you. Yet, you still shrug me off. You still don't want to fight me. So, at the end of the day, am I supposed to kiss your ass to get a fight? Now, all of a sudden, we're in an era where people have the mindset, I have to like you to punch you in the face. Make that make sense. I mean, there are ways people can be disrespectful to try to get a shot, and they haven't earned anything. They haven't done anything to get the shot. I get that. See, the problem is when your minions refuse to be honest, and they decide that they want to go with the whole, this is my favorite fighter, rah, rah, therefore they can do no wrong. Well, Canelo, he is in that category with a lot of people now where I just wish this motherfucker would retire, or somebody knock his ass out, embarrass him, and force him to retire. Either way, people are getting sick of his excuses. And only his minions are the ones hanging on to him, making excuses for him. I mean, if I don't like you, I'm really going to fuck you up. So why not take that same approach with him? Do you understand what I'm saying? Why not have that same approach? Yeah, you want it? Okay, I got something for you. No, there's something he fears in David Benavides. And basically, what I think it really is, of course, I don't think Canelo or any fighter with, a half ounce of brain want to lose. But I think, too, Canelo doesn't want to lose to another Mexican fighter. He doesn't want to see another Mexican fighter get the same type of praise from the Mexican people that he gets. And also, he sees the threat in David Benavides. And he knows it's very possible that David can beat him. You can't sit here and say, well, people think that I was going to beat Bevo, and look at what happened, right? Or they think, when he tried to make excuses for fighting Jaime Munguia. You understand what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So when he sits up and says that, well, you can't possibly think that Jaime Munguia might have a chance of beating you, but Benavides don't. You understand what I mean? So when I look at this and I see I see comments like this, it just really makes me shake my head at the fans that sit here and make excuses for these fighters. I don't care who you are. I don't care if I like you as a fighter or not. I don't care if you're the fighter I want to see beat every other fighter. When you're full of shit, I'm going to say it. And the thing about Canelo is, he's shown he can fight. We already know he can fight. So why all of a sudden have you become such a pussy all of a sudden with now, I have to like you to fight you. You hurt my feelings, so therefore no fight. Man, listen, he's another one that's just, holding a division hostage, holding belts hostage, don't want to fight the guys that people want to see him fight. And like I said, I don't give a fuck if it's Terrence Crawford, whoever, anybody. When you get to the point in your career where you say, I'm at the point, I can do whatever I want. I don't care what the fans say. I don't care how they feel. No matter the fact that they're spending their hard-earned money to watch me fight, and it's fights that they want to see. And hey, man, I'm the gladiator, right? I'm the one in the ring. I owe it to them. This is how I make my money. No, when you get to that point, let all the belts go. Don't hold up the division. Therefore, you can fight whoever you want. And the sad thing about Canelo is he's wasting more time talking about his dream matches or rematch with Floyd Mayweather. But he don't want to fight a Terrence Crawford, who's active. He doesn't want to fight a David Benavides, who's active. And even for the fact that, the point that even if this is supposed to be an official fight between him and Crawford, and until I see promotions for this fight and I see posters of it in press conference, it's still just bullshit to me. Oh, both guys have agreed, and yet there's nothing that I'm seeing that's official on this fight. So either way, the fact that he even feels the need to address Benavides, I would simply say, listen, I don't even want to talk about David Benavides. It's just a fight that's just not going to happen, and that's that. Why? Because unless you're going to be honest about your reason, if my reason for not going to someone's house is because the weather, yeah, it's nasty out there, it's ice all over the place, I don't want to, risk it. That's all I need to say. But now, if the next time I'm asked, how come you didn't go to such and such house that day? Man, man, I didn't cook yet, man, oh, okay, yeah, I was hungry, I ain't want to have to go there asking for food, he would have got you, yeah, I know, but, next time you ask me the same question, yeah, that day, why did you go to such and such house? Yeah, well, man, they got a dog, man, and, I'm allergic to dog. No. If the reason that I did not come was because of the weather, that's what I need to say every single time I'm asked that question. And if I say that's the only reason I didn't come, then all of a sudden I have other reasons, then I'm a fucking liar. It's as simple as that. You're not going to give him a title shot because he's disrespectful in his way of trying to get it. And why would I fight someone like that? Wow. Now we have to have a buddy system in boxing. Okay. Well, at the same time, guy, when you say that, and then you say you don't want to fight Mexicans because you're Mexican and you represent Mexico and you go fight a Mexican, right? Okay, we already know you're full of shit. You've already shot yourself in the ass with that excuse. And then he done nothing. He beat one champion who his Jaime Munguia beat. You have other fighters that's done nothing. That David Benavides did more than those guys. And you still you fought those guys. Why not him? Yeah, he talks about wanting to be the greatest fighter, but he knows that that's not going to happen, which I really don't care about all that greatest fighter of all time shit, but he's very adamant about saying he wants to be the greatest Mexican champion, and he knows, like I said, Benavides has the power to do that. And should he lose to him and then he can't beat him, guess who becomes the new Mexican king in boxing? You understand what I'm saying? And his ego and his pride, he doesn't want to deal with that shit. But this is pure chicken shit. He's afraid that he can't beat David Benavides. Bottom line. And there's no fucking excuse. There's no reason, no logical reason, no good reason, no explanation, nothing come out of his mouth that sound like it's the words of a grown, mature man. It sounds like a little fucking kid. Well, I was going to let you play with my Batman toy, but since you stuck your tongue out at me, now I can't let you play with it, and I'm never going to let you play with my toys again. That's what he sounds like. A little whiny brat kid. Bottom line. And you already said, I do what I want, and I'm Mexican. Like, okay, what the fuck did that mean? Well, what does one have to do with the other? Bottom line, your pride is your fear. Chicken shit when it comes to David Benavides. Plain and simple.